Welcome to Quantum Finance. My name is Parker. I'm the head trader here, and this is our day trading recap for Thursday, November 9th. So, starting here with the daily and weekly charts of the SPY ETF. Looking at the daily chart here, as you can see, massive red day, largest volume day of the week. We did have very low volume through the start of the week. If you remember yesterday's video, I said I was expecting maybe a larger volume type breakout coming into the end of the week, and that is exactly what we got today. Looking here at the weekly chart, as you can see, running right into that midline and finding resistance there. Also that previous swing high back there from October. So when it comes to identifying the trades today, I want to turn to our 2-hour charts. As you can see, we were still in this period of consolidation with blue candles on our impulse candles and downward positive slopes. So still using our Bollinger Band strategy like we've been using for pretty much this whole week with this low volume consolidation range we've been in. So now I want to turn to the 15-minute charts. So as you can see here on the SPY 15-minute chart, we had this upsloping trend line. And I want to point out we also had that same level that we shorted off yesterday, right? That gold line, which is that previous high back there from October. As you can see, getting a big pullback here in the morning, breaking down through that trend line, coming up, retesting that trend line, retesting that high from October, yesterday's highs, and then getting that big squeeze to the downside. As you see, this big squeeze here with negative momentum going into the Fed speech, which was here at 2 o'clock. We had the Federal Reserve chairman come out here and talk, and then as you can see, selling off all the way down into close, getting really close to that 50-day moving average. So today would have been a really nice opportunity for put options. So now we're going to turn to our 3 and 5 minute charts. As you can see, I have the trades pulled up here. I didn't really like this price action here in the morning. This could have been a nice opportunity shorting off yesterday's highs, but the Qs, if you look here at the Qs, I'm going to go back to our 15-minute chart here. The Qs were actually kind of strong here in the morning. So I really didn't like that much because it was breaking above that significant level. So I just kind of waited, and we were still in this uptrend. I was bearish, but I was just kind of patient here today. So as you can see, first short opportunity that I liked was right here. If you look here at the 5-minute chart, as you can see, it was a retest of that trend line. If you've noticed this week, we've had a lot of significant trend lines that were in play today. So as you can see, shorting into this trend line here and then adding to this short as we retested that trend line. We also had the upper extreme here on the 5-minute and yesterday's highs and the high from October, which is the same level we shorted off of yesterday. Major level of resistance and a really good opportunity to short this market. I actually want to go back to our 15-minute chart here and look. If you look here at the SPY, as we retested that trend line, what did we have? We had the upper extreme on the 15-minute chart sitting here as well. So major level of resistance in play today. Really nice opportunity for these put options. So getting short here into both of these retests of that trend line, and your first take profit down into here as we did pull into this lower extreme. As you can see right here on the 5-minute, that lower extreme lining up with that 3-minute lower extreme. And then your first take profit as we did get that massive squeeze down here on the 15-minute chart. Let me go back to that again. As you can see, really just squeezing down through that 15-minute extreme. So that was another take profit down into here. And then as you can see, holding, I mean, this was a monster move, right? So you're getting majority of your profit from this move right here. This is a huge move. Then as you can see, final take profit down here into yesterday's lows. It did get a nice sell-off through these lows, but I want to point out this is exactly at 2 o'clock. So this is when the Federal Reserve Chair was starting to speak. Since this was such a big move and you locked in just like huge profits if you did take this, you could have held a little longer if you were feeling spicy, to see if the Fed chair did say anything to piss off the market. As you can see, his words and, just the sell momentum continued lower. You could have made a lot more profit on this trade, but, for the most part, just getting flat here into this retest of yesterday's lows. So now we'll go to our 2-minute and look at these trades. I want to pull up that trend line here so you can see how nice of a level that was. As you can see, running into it exactly there, and again right there into Friday's highs. So really nice levels to build a short position here. So we were looking at the 437s. I have the 436s right here, but we were trading the 437s. So your first entry was right into here. We'll say you got in about that, 50, 48 cent level. And then your add was into this retest of yesterday's highs and those major resistance levels. So we'll just call it, about a 47-cent entry between those two adds. So that first take profit down there into that lower extreme on the 5-minute. I want to point out we also had the 200 EMA here on the 2-minute chart as well as an area of support. So, excuse me, going back to our options here. So we'll say you had a 47 entry. That first take profit into that major support level was about a 37% gain. And then on that big flush down with that big squeeze on that 15-minute chart, you're looking at about a 320% gain. 320% gain here on that big flush down. So monster move right there. Take a majority of your profits there. Being up that much with that big of a move, you gotta secure those profits, and then holding some to see if we get that extension down to those lows from yesterday. As you can see, that's what we got. Looking at about a 440% gain. Huge trade today on these put options. And then if you did hold longer, going into that Fed speech, as you can see, making a huge move down, going almost 600 and about 40% there if you did hold those any longer. So absolutely monster trade today, taking advantage of this bearish reversal here in the market in the the Fed speaker as well. Going back to our 2-hour chart, as you can see, our impulse candles did turn red. So this is an indication of more of a bearish trend starting. And as you can see here on our trend flex, we are pulling into those zero lines. So pretty big reversal coming in today, with a good bit of volume compared to the rest of the week. So, we might be looking for more of a stronger move to the downside tomorrow, maybe looking for more of a momentum play, coming down to maybe fill this gap or maybe even lower. So definitely be on the lookout for that if we do get a big reversal coming back down to some of these gap levels. But yeah, that should do it for the video. Appreciate y'all watching, and I will talk to y'all later.